Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm guessing that the letter people, the LG, and the rest of the letters, they're upset with Dave Chappelle for telling jokes about them. That's how powerful they are. They're so powerful that you're not supposed to even talk about them as if they're some kind of deity. American culture has deified these people around the world. Obama was over in Africa and he tried to get them to bow down to the deity of the LG and the rest of the letters, but they refused to. But Dave Chappelle is showing us how powerful one voice could be. Just one person who refused to bow down to this deity and to just be able to speak their own mind and say what they feel. But you know what? It never would have come to this if the church would have just been the church. If the church would have been the light of the world. If the church would have been the salt of the earth. Well, then this corrupt deity, this corrupt thing that is trying to make everybody, trying to destroy everyone's career, trying to take everybody's money, trying to make everybody apologize for the jokes come on. You want to be a part of society, right? You've created a culture, a community of people that want to blend in with everybody else. And you can laugh at the jokes at everybody else, but when they joke about you, oh, it's time to lose your job. Come on, get a grip. Get a grip. And if the church had been rebuking this thing from the jump, it wouldn't even be nothing. But the church, in the name of love, we got to love everybody. We didn't say anything about not loving anybody. We just got to make sure that the sin and the gates of hell are not manifested on the earth. But we made a pathway for it. We made sure that it could exist. We made sure that it had room in our churches, and now it's here, and now it's destructive, and now it's shutting everybody up, and it's taking people's money, and it's in front of our little kids dancing and in story time and dressed up like women and got on makeup, and it's very destructive. So yeah, if the church had just been the church, yeah, you can love somebody without giving in to their demands. You have family members that's on drugs, you can love them without giving them drugs. And just because you disagree with someone doesn't mean you don't love them. The Ten Commandments teaches us how to love people. And it teaches us how to love God. It's very simple. You love God by not having no other God before him. You don't swear by his name. And then this is how you deal with your neighbor. This is how you love your neighbor. You don't kill your neighbor. You don't steal from your neighbor. You don't covet your neighbor. You don't lie on your neighbor. All right? And that's how you love people. You don't love people by letting them come into your house and take everything, and you give them health care and you don't get it. Come on, man. That's not love. That's stupidity. It's dumb. It's satanic. And it's a lie. Okay? But all this stuff, but the church really, I'm going to tell you what the church was really loving. The church wasn't trying to love. The church was really loving that lifestyle. How many pastors and bishops and gospel singers and evangelists and prophetess, how many and faith healers, and how many have we seen come out and support the LG people? How many have we seen come out switching and carrying purses and got on the rainbow colors? We've seen this over and over again. That type of spirit exists in the church, and I've been seeing it for a lot of years. Don't ever, and I would always say, I hope these people don't ever approach me. Don't ever approach me with this stuff in the church. Here you are, entangled by a spirit, a stronghold that is so satanic, so dirty that it's making you not want to be a man, it's making you not want to be a woman, or it's making you as a husband sneak around on your wife with another man, or you're a woman married to a husband cheating around with another woman. It's a filthy, disgusting spirit. Very foul and evil and wicked. Okay? But the church should have been speaking out. But you know what? I'm glad that Dave Chappelle is bold enough and that he's in a position monetarily, financially, that he doesn't need them. They can take him from the show and all that kind of stuff and he'll be fine. But they can't take him from the show because it's his show. You see? And the church, all these years, we've been sowing money into these churches, and they built great churches and bought the pastors Rolls Royces and all kinds of stuff, when we could have been building hospitals and hotels and creating jobs and all that kind of stuff, instead of making these people wealthy and rich and buying them private jets and all that kind of stuff. And then paying off their victims because they were victims of a sex crime. And they've been paying them millions of dollars of hush money from the people of the Lord. We're giving to God and to his kingdom. We're not paying to cover up your sex crimes. But this is what's been happening in the church. And so that's why the church is silent. The church is silent because it's full of sin and full of hell. That's right. That's right. But anyway, but I'm glad that Dave Chappelle is picking this war and he's picking this fight when the church should have been doing it. The church should have done this. But we can't get our bishops and apostles to do anything but take our money. You know, they won't fight the fight. Now, the real battle is not in the church. It's not in the church. The real battle is out here in these streets and in the politics and in the things that they're trying to implement and force on our kids. But you want to go into church and lay hands and cast some devils out in the church, when the devils are out here creating laws and policies that are forcing us to do stuff that is against the Bible. Anyway, that's my opinion on that. That's the way I feel about it. And I'm glad that Dave Chappelle is bold enough to do his thing. We need more like it. Pastor Jerome, like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you.